The TNX 10-year Treasury yield monthly chart shows way too close of similarities in the RSI 14 from present era back to the Volcker era 1980 to 82. Volcker let his guard down here in between 80 and 81, and then inflation reared its ugly head big time, and he had to really put the hammer down on rates. And I have not done the math, but I refuse to believe that the current era inflation rate is more than when it was back here in 1980-81, when Volcker had to step back in and really push rates up, barring a couple pauses by Powell in the current era. It just does not resemble back here, but the RSI similarities are just incredibly similar. Yeah, maybe a really big dip. Yeah, that was justified because he basically thought it was over. Really let loose on it for way longer than Powell and company has in the current era. And then when they came back in, he came back in with a vengeance. So I don't believe it's any similarity at all compared to back here, but yet the similarity in RSI is uncanny. And if that's the case, and ignore everything comparing back here to the current era, RSI will be due to stay in the 70 and above area here, just like back here for a while, and then peak and then head down drastically. And that could coincide with the 5% 10-year rate here, maybe a little higher. And earlier in the year, it looks like, beginning of 2023, a little bit afterwards, the 10-year yield absolutely nailed the 12-month moving average, and then just shot up like a rocket shot, continuing the secular bull market that you can see here from zero rates back during the COVID crash era up to present day 755%. So secular bull market, and if there is a pullback, it will be a primary bear market within the context of a secular bull market. So at worst case scenario, down to 20% and then back up. And traders and investors are having a hard time wrapping their head around higher for longer, like Powell keeps hammering home. And the way I am looking at it technically, I think it's going to be higher, at least a lot higher than 2024. I don't know what traders and investors are expecting rates to go down to. Certainly not zero, but let's see what 20% is. Percent change measured from when 10-year Treasury yield reaches 5.0% and measured down about 21%, and that brings it just slightly under 4.0. So it's safe to say that putting the 10-year into a primary bear market would only take it down to 4.0%. And if the 10-year climb stopped right here, right now, and headed down, the primary bear market, again 21% or so, would bring it right above 3.5%, maybe 3.6.